YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing rationalization of surd, that is rationalizing the denominator. If you have been following this series, we've been able to explain the basic rules of surd. Kindly check out the video. We've been able to explain addition and subtraction of surd. We've been able to explain multiplication and division of surd. If you have not seen those videos, kindly check this YouTube channel. It will help you a whole lot to refresh your memory. But in this video, we will concentrate our efforts on rationalization of surd, that is rationalizing the denominator. So we have some questions here. We're going to tackle them. So let's say solution number 1. Rationalizing denominator simply means what you have below, you rationalize. You will see as we solve some questions here, but we'll be applying some basic rules that we'll explain in some of our videos. Check them, because if you are making some multiplication so that it won't get strange to you, you can check those videos. But we'll try as much as we can to explain. For number 1, we have root 5 divided by root 12. Let's say solution number 1. Beautiful. Root 5 divided by root 12. So with this, root 5 we cannot split, but root 12 we can split to what? 4 times 3. 4 times 3 would definitely give us 12. Like I've explained, always look for numbers that can give you perfect square, unless you don't have. But if there are options of numbers with perfect square, kindly make use of them. Now let's split this root 4 and root 3. We can split them. So we have root 4 times root 4 times root 3. Awesome. So with this, because root 4 is a perfect square, because root 4 is a perfect square, it's going to give us what? 2. So we can simply say 2 root 3 down here. Beautiful. Now, basically in surd, if you check some of those videos we've been doing, or you check some questions, you will discover that at the denominator, we don't usually leave our answer in this form. We are going to, most especially once it involves fraction, we will ensure to rationalize what we have down here. It is very key, you understand that. We rationalize. So what do we mean by rationalizing? So let's quickly explain. We are going to multiply both the numerator and the denominator with this root you have here. That's the meaning. So let's quickly do that. Let's rationalize so that you can understand what we are trying to say. So if you want to rationalize, say you multiply both the numerator and the denominator by, in this case now, it's going to be root 3. Let's bring what we have here. It's going to be root 3. Awesome. That's the meaning. Because we have root 3 here, you use it to multiply the numerator and the denominator. That's what we have here. So we now apply the multiplication rule here now. So let's multiply. Root 5 times root 3, it will give us root 15. That's the meaning. Root still going to do away with this. 2 root 3 times root 3. 2 root 3 times root 3. Okay, let me do it one after the other so that you can understand. This 2 is actually standing alone. But root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. We have explained that even in our basic rule. Root 10 times root 10 will give us 10. Root 50 times root 50 will give us 50. So root 3 times root 3 will give us what? 3. Root 3 times root 3 will give us what? 3. We'll be able to rationalize. By so doing, our final answer will now be 2 times 3 down here will give us what? 2 times 3 will give us 6. So we've been able to rationalize root 15 over 6 is our final answer. Solution number 2. That is a rationalization. As we solve questions, you will understand. Most especially question number 3 will give us more reason to understand better. So we say solution number 2. So let's take it a step at a time. Awesome. Beautiful. Question number 2 says 2 plus root 3 all over 2 root 3. So what we are going to do here straight, because we have 2 root 3 below, we are going to rationalize because we have root 3 here, and we've been able to explain what rationalization means. We explained that in question number 1. So let's rationalize. Beautiful. Awesome. So we see rationalization is multiplying both the numerator and the denominator with this root. That's what we have done. So let's quickly see what we can do to multiply this and this. Awesome. So since we are multiplying, let's put them together like putting them in a bracket. Let's put them together, and that will go a long way to help our multiplication. This. Awesome. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to see how we can. Beautiful. Awesome. Now for this as well. Okay. Great. So with this now, beautiful. So we've been able to iron out this. Now, this is what we are explaining. This 3, root 3, this is just to multiply all we have here. This root 3 as well, just to multiply all we have here. So let's quickly do the multiplication. Let's do the multiplication and see what we have. Alright. 2 times root 3 will give us 2 root 3. You need to multiply with care so that you don't make a mistake. You do it one after the other. 2 times root 3 will give you what? 2 root 3. Since we want to multiply now, let's bring it out. doing it one after the other. 2 times root 3 is giving us 2 root 3 plus root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. We'll set it over and over and over again. Root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. Root 5 times root 5 will give us 5. So root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. So we have opened up this bracket at the numerator. So let's do for denominator. 2 root 3 times 3. Because root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. Then we multiply it by this 2 that we have here. Root 3 times root 3 will give us what? 3. Root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. Then we have 2 already here. Times 3. Beautiful. So that was we have root 3 times root 3 will give us this 3. Then these 2 that we have here, we'll multiply it together. So we can get our final answer. Awesome, because 2 times 3 down here will give us what? 6. Beautiful. So root 3 has been rationalized here. That's why we have 2 root 3 plus 3 all over 6. So this is our answer for solution number 2. Very easy. Let's dive straight to the third one. Solution number 3. Let's get the question down here. Awesome. So with this, there's a little difference on this with what we have been doing so far. This question has a binomial denominator. That's 1, 2. If you check all the questions we've been doing, their denominator is just 1. Let's quickly check. This is just one denominator for solution number 2. And for 1 denominator. But for this question number 3, we have 2 of them. We call them binomial denominator. Look at it. 1, 2. Separating them with what? A minus sign. That is denominator that consists of 2 terms. This is a term and this is another term. So we call them what? Binomial denominator. So let's see what we can do. Now, if you have this, all we just need to do is to rationalize both the numerator and the denominator. I'm sure by now we know what rationalization means. The 2, this binomial denominator up here, down here. But while doing that, we are going to change this sign. This is minus, it will change to plus. If it is plus, we will change it to minus. That is what rationalization of binomial denominator is. So let's see what we can do. So 2 root 3 minus 5. 2 root 3 minus root 5. So we change this. We want to rationalize. Because the question is 2 root 3 plus root 5. 2 root 3 minus root 5. So what we are now going to do is to rationalize with what we have at the denominator here. You have to take note. Put it up here and down here. But while doing that, you change this sign. This sign to what? To plus. If it is plus we have here, you change it to minus. So let's now multiply out. And while doing your multiplication, you have to be very, very careful so that you don't make a mistake. So let's quickly do that. Beautiful. So let's do it one at a time. One at a time. What should we do? Maybe we should put it together first. Okay, let's put it together. let's put it together so that our job will be very easy, so that we'll be picking it one at a time, one after the other. Awesome. I want us to put it together so that our multiplication can be a little bit easier. So that's for the numerator, and for the denominator, let's see. Awesome. While doing it, you need to be very, very careful so that you will not make a mistake. Awesome. With this, now we'll be able to put 2 root 3 plus root 5. This is it. 2 root 3 plus root 5. This is it. 2 root 3 minus root 5. This is it. And 2 root 3 minus root 5. This is it. Now we want to multiply. We want to do what? Multiply. So let's do our multiplication and see what we can have. Now, let's multiply one after the other. Okay, let's go. 2 root 3 times 2 root 3. That is 2 times 2 will give you what? 4. 2 times 2 will give you 4. Root 3 times root 3 will give you 3. 2 times 2 will give you 4. Root 3 times root 3 will give you what? 3. So this root 3 times root 3 will definitely give us 3. Root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. So that we can have 4 times 3 here. Beautiful. That means we'll be able to sort out this first one. 2 times 2, 4. Root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. Now, that is for the first one. Now, let's multiply. We're actually opening up brackets. So let's open up this second one. 2 root 3 times root 5. It means 2 will stand alone. So root 3 times root 5 will give us what? 2 root 15. That's the meaning. 2 root 15. Awesome. So we've done 2 root 3 times 2 root 3 will give us 4 times 3 that we have here. 2 root 3 times root 5 will give us what? 2 root 15. You have to be careful, pick them one at a time so that you will not make a mistake. It is very important. So we'll move to the next one. Root 5 times 2 root 3. This one will give you 2 root 15 because we'll be multiplying the roots. Root 5 times root 3 will give you what? Root 15. So 2 root 3 times root 5 will give you what? 2 root 15. To give you what? 2 root 15. Beautiful. Then the last one now we'll be able to do. Then the last one, root 5 times root 5 will give us 5. Root 5 times root 5 will give us 5. Awesome. 5. We've been able to multiply the numerator. So let's pick it one after the other again so that you can see. 2 root 3 times 2 root 3 because 2 times 2 will give you 4. Root 3 times root 3 will give you 3. That's for this first one. Then you use this first one to multiply the second one. 2 root 3 times root 5 will give you what? 2 root 15. This is it. Now we'll move here. Root 5 times 2 root 3, that's 2 root 15. This is it. And the last one, root 5 times root 5 will give you 5. So you've been able to iron that out. So let's go to the denominator now. 2 root 3 times 2 root 3. 2 times 2 will definitely give you what? 4. Root 3 times root 3 will definitely give you what? 3. So you have 4 times 3, like what you have here. Let me see. Beautiful. So let's take it one after the other. 2 root 3 times root 3, that's 2 times 2 will give us this 4. Root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. So let's move to the second one. 2 root 3 times 5. 2 root 3. So root 3 times root 5 will multiply, that's root 15. So we have 2 root 15. That's what we have. Beautiful. So let's move to the third one now. Root 5 minus this time around. Put it into consideration. Root 5 times 2. Root 5 times 2 root 3. So you have this root 5 times root 3 will multiply, that's root 15. So you have 2 root 15. 2 root 15. Then the last one, minus root 5 times root 5. Root 5 times root 5 will give you what? 5. But you put the sign into consideration. Root 5 times root 5 will give you 5. Wow. You have to be very careful while doing the multiplication so that you don't make a mistake. So with this now, our job has been made easy. So 4 times 3 here will give us what? 12. 4 times 3 here will give us what? 12. Beautiful. Awesome. So having done that, look at this very well. Plus 2 root 15 minus 2 root 15 will cancel out because they are having different sign. Plus 2 root 15 minus 2 root 15, they will what? Cancel out. So this can cancel out this. That means this and this has gone. So we'll be left with what? 12 minus 5 at the denominator. Now, at the numerator here, what can we do? This is 2 root 15 and this is 2 root 15. Our usual rule. Once we have the same roots, we can add what we have by the side. So let's just add them and rearrange. This is plus 5, this is plus 12. Let's rearrange what we have at the denominator here. This plus 5, let's just bring it here. That means this one has gone from this place. Then plus 2 root 15, 2 root 15, that's what we have here. So we can add the two numbers together and take 1 root 15 like we've been doing. So we now have 2 plus 2 root 15. That means we have combined the two together. Awesome. So this 2 root 15, 2 root 15, if you have been following the rule, just pick this 2 that is outside, because we have root 15, root 15, they are the same, just pick one. Then this plus 5, that's where we just rearrange them. It's just rearrangement that we've done. Beautiful. So now this 2 plus 2 here will give us what? 4. By implication, here we have 4 root 15, and 12 plus 5 will give us what? 17. So we have 17 plus 4 root 15. Then 12 minus 5 down here will give us what? 7. Beautiful. So this is our final answer. Very interesting, right? You can always pause it and rewind to get the explanation better again. Kindly drop a comment with us, or if you have any question or issue with any of our video or this video, kindly comment on the comment section. We will appreciate it. We'll reply as soon as we can. Help like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel, My Simple Maths. Don't forget to press the notification bell so that you can always receive notification from us whenever we post a new video. Thank you.